That was my honours thesis film, and I think it was this incredible experience where I lived on a wine farm in the Western Cape of South Africa, and sort of live with the wine farm workers who are ethnically coloured, which is a separate ethnic category in South Africa, not black or white, but historically the descendants of the Malay slaves who were brought over by the Dutch and the local Khoisan. And traditionally they've always worked on the wine farms and have had a kind of paternalistic relationship with the wine farm owners, where they were sort of, didn't own their own houses or land and were often paid in wine. So the huge problems of alcoholism. So for me, going in there, it was the beginning, I think, of my disillusion, actually, with the process of using film as a research tool. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it again, but I would be very wary of going into a community as a white South African with a video camera and clearly from a different class. And I sort of turned up on these wine farms initially, and the farmer hadn't told the workers that I would be filming. I'd assumed he'd asked their permission, and he sort of said, "Oh, well, she's going to be filming you for the next 3 months of your lives." So, over time, then you build a relationship with these people, and so it is this, it does become an incredibly important experience in your life. But I think it also was quite disturbing, because no matter how good your intentions are, that power imbalance never goes away, and if you're not very careful, I think it's very damaging. I think it's the sense that I wouldn't want to ever film in a community again that I felt couldn't say no to me, and just the history of South Africa. It was, it's still too recent. Since this sort of paternalistic labour relations system ended, for me to really feel like these workers in the community had enough sense of agency to feel that they, could tell me no at certain moments. So it was a constant sort of, I was trying to read it, but, often I felt that I was actually overstepping boundaries because they didn't feel like they had a right to maintain those boundaries. So I think if I ever did work on a film project again, I would pick a community that was of a more similar, I would say, class, particularly class background, so that you felt that they were always co-participants in the project. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't. And there's always the argument that, disenfranchised people need a voice and their voices are silenced as it is, and that anything that can, give them a voice. But again, the ethics of doing that, I'm not sure how it works. And I actually think it's a new generation in South Africa of a black middle class that is emerging at the moment. And I think that's going to be a very interesting generation to watch, just artistically. I think they will be able to create art that is indigenous in a way that perhaps can sidestep some of those ethical issues.